Good morning, seventh grade. Welcome to the next lesson for Chapter 5 for Across 5 Aprils by Irene Hunt. Yesterday at the end of the lesson, I had picked up this little sheet of paper and tried to show you some things on the map, and I realized it was probably pretty confusing and difficult to see. Another item that I was able to bring out of my classroom is this actual map, and I realize it's also a little blurry for you to see at home, but hopefully as I outline it, we'll be able to see just a little bit more. This map that's up here is one of my favorites to use, and I'm so glad that I was able to bring it home and put it on my wall because it has all the information that I need for the Civil War. I don't have all the details memorized. There was so much over those 5 years. So this is a specific battle map to the Civil War, and that's the parts that you probably really can't see. So the states are outlined in yellow, and you can see some of my outlining that hasn't been erased from previous years, and I just left that there, and I'm going to add some more to it today. Within the states, there is teeny little writing in black, blue, and red. The black simply marks cities and towns. If something is written in blue, it is a win for the North, and it details information about that particular battle. And if it is in red, it is a win for the South and details the information. So I'm going to share some of those with you as far as what we've had in the book so far. I'm also going to outline some of those states that we've seen before, and I was starting to mention those border states. And they're states that border between, obviously, North and South, that have not seceded from the Union, and let's see how it words it, that they not necessarily chose a specific side to go with. They're kind of right in the middle. I did outline Illinois in black. That is where we are located in the setting of the book, not us. We're still in New York. It'd be nice if we could travel, but the setting of the book is in Illinois, which is considered to be a northern state. So we have conversations with Wills Graham, Cousin Wills from Kentucky. And that we know is right next to it. Can you see the green? Kind of. Let me hang on real quick. I also brought home some markers in the hopes that I would be able to do this. Oh, I was hoping there'd be a purple or something in there. There's a different green. See if this one shows up any better. No, it's actually lighter, so I'm just going to leave it. So our border states, though, we have this green within here. Maybe that helps a little bit. No, it doesn't. And then I want to point out Missouri is on the other side of Illinois and is also considered to be a border state. So we have these two states here. And then there are two other border states. I'm going to try to peek in here. We have Maryland and Delaware, which I actually had already outlined in blue from a previous year. So, but Maryland is over here. And then Delaware is here. And actually this is part of Maryland too. Both of these two states that are border states are right on the border of Pennsylvania. And then New York is not on our map. So some of the other, the battles that we've had so far that I have pointed out a little bit. First of all, the Southern Wind, here in Charleston. This is U.S. steamer Star of the West attempt to supply Fort Sumter was fired on by South Carolina troops January 9th, 1861. The Civil War began April 12, 1861, when Fort Sumter was bombarded, surrendering 34 hours later. Union naval attacks in 1863 were repulsed, and Charleston remained in Southern hands until evacuated in February 17, 1865. So that is the beginning of our battle. Then we had a bunch of losses for the North. One was at Bull Run, and I can't really read the description there for Bull Run. There was another battle in Virginia that I still can't quite locate in the little bits on the map. We had another one in Missouri, which I forgot to locate before our video. Wilson's Creek, right up here. So pretty close. That one was a lot closer to home for Illinois. Then 1862, February, I believe, is when the Union started to finally win some battles. That's a long time. The war started in April of 1861. You know, not quite a full year, but a lot of months would have gone by before we have any wins. And two of them are right here in Tennessee. Now, Tennessee, it does eventually secede from the Union and become a southern state. They didn't secede right away, but they did once the war started. These two blue dots, which you probably can't see very well, this one is Fort Donelson. In the paragraph there, we have garrison of 12,000 to 15,000 surrender to Grant February 16th, 1862. The first important victory for the North won Grant promotion to Major General and the title of unconditional surrender. An attempt to recapture the fort by Confederate cavalry under General Joseph Wheeler failed in February 3rd, 1863. And then next to it over here in Fort Henry, not too far away, still with Grant, it fell to Grant's army and Foote's gunboats February 6, 1862. Most of the garrison escaped to Fort Donelson. So actually, I read those in the wrong order. We should have done Fort Henry first and then Fort Donelson. And remember, that's what Tom talked about, how they walked to there. So what I think I'm going to do for today, I'm not exactly sure how long this little mini lesson was, but I think I'm going to stop at that point before we actually get into it in case you have something else going on. But I would hope that you would continue the lesson 5, the chapter 5 lesson with me today, but I'm going to pause it just in case you need a break. Have a great day.